Hey, how are you? I have a hot topic for today. My topic for today is why MLMs don't work. Multi-level marketing. Have you ever been part of a network marketing organization or multi-level marketing organization or a work from home opportunity? If you've ever been part of an organization like that, then you may be in the 90% of people who have experienced that they just don't work. And there are reasons for that. Now, I'm not here to tell you that 100% you should not get involved with a home business opportunity. In fact, my experience with home business has been phenomenal. I was always one of those people who said, I will never, which of course 10 years ago, before I got started with my network marketing company, 10 years ago, it was like a joke to work from home. At least in my mind, I was just like, I was so tired of getting invited to home parties and asked to go, like buy stuff. And God, it was just so frustrating, to get invited to those parties constantly. And I would see these people and it was like a high pressure sales situation. And I always felt like super pressured to purchase like a lot of stuff for my friends so that they could get free stuff. And it was like this big deal, right? So I vowed to never get involved in a home business opportunity because honestly, it didn't seem like they worked. It seemed like you had to be a salesperson. It seemed like you had to pressure your friends and family to come over. It seemed like you had to have a bunch of stuff. You had to have a ton of inventory, and none of that appealed to me. Now, fast forward a couple years, I found myself in a tremendous amount of financial debt, and I got invited to listen to a business opportunity about Beachbody. Now, the different thing about Beachbody was that it is health and fitness. And I'd been in the fitness industry already. And even though it's funny, people would say to me, this is easy for you because it's your passion. And actually, the exact opposite is true. True, I like to teach. But one of the reasons I like to teach fitness classes is because it's my own accountability. I got into the fitness industry for my own accountability. The most of my family was overweight or obese, had, like high blood pressure, diabetes, prediabetes, like all kinds of health issues. And I didn't want to be that person. And I started yo-yo dieting at age 10. And so that's why I got into the fitness industry, was for my own personal accountability. I need somebody to kind of kick me in the pants and tell me work, work, work. So I figured if I'm teaching fitness classes, then there's no way that I can get out of actually going to the class. So that's why I started teaching. That's how I got in the industry. And if this topic interests you, please share it, because I'm going to cover why MLMs don't work, why multi-level marketing doesn't work for 90% of the world, or even 95%. Here's the top two reasons, right? So I told you I got into fitness, or I got into Beachbody because it was fitness. It was something that I was already kind of involved in, but I was involved not because I've always been super passionate about it, you guys. I do love to teach, but I love to teach anything. I love to teach business. I love to teach people systems and how to do their to-do lists and how to organize their house and how to organize their life. I love that so much. So teaching a fitness class is just like that. I coached gymnastics before that for 10 years. So anyways, back to the topic. That's the reason that Beachbody appealed to me, was because I thought, okay, more built-in accountability for myself, and I get to teach people about something that I've personally struggled with my whole life. And I still continue, I have my bad days too, y'all. It's all good. I'm not at my perfect body, but at least I'm happy and I'm mentally stable. And I can't always say that for the rest of my life. But anyways, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. Why don't these things work, right? Because there was like this huge stigma, and now home businesses seem to be popping up all over the place. Almost everybody has a side gig going on now. Almost everybody has a secondary income, maybe a second job or something. And I just really wanted to know, when I first got started with Beachbody, like I said, a tremendous amount of debt, $200,000 in debt. And I needed to know, like, how come this doesn't work for most people? And what is going to make it work for me? Because I don't want to be one of those people that just gives up. I committed to at least trying for a full year. The financial involvement for literally, y'all, having a network marketing company, having a multi-level marketing company, being a rep for one of these businesses, it is literally like owning your own online franchise. So McDonald's is probably the most well-known franchise there is. So if you don't actually ever show up to the McDonald's that you purchased, do you think that your McDonald's would be successful? Or would it close? It would close. The cool thing about having a network marketing company like Beachbody, like the company that I rep, is that you get to represent a proven system. Now, not all MLMs are like that. Not all MLMs have brand awareness like Beachbody does, which is fantastic because I can just say, oh, have you heard of Shakeology or P90X or Insanity or 21 Day Fix? And people already know the company that I rep. Just like if you were to say, oh, have you heard of McDonald's? People would say, oh, yeah. So it's really easy for me to relate to people exactly what I do. And then I just simply say, well, I rep for that company. So what I do is I teach other people how to do what I do. I teach them how to get into shape if that's what they want, or how to own and run a successful online business where you can make full-time income working part-time hours. And if you are struggling financially, this is a really good place to start. And I know like most people that I know are struggling financially. And it's just like, it's a no-brainer to me. Like, if you can't afford a couple $100 extra a month, then you cannot afford to not have a plan B, a secondary income, something like that. Like, can you imagine if there was some type of disaster where you can't work for a couple months? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So having something that you can fall back on that's your plan B is going to be extremely powerful for you. So why don't these things work, right? If it's so simple, which it is simple, is it easy? Not necessarily. But if it's so simple to own an online franchise, and it is so cheap, like literally it would probably, like, as far as Beachbody goes, it would be like $1,000 for the entire year, and you consume most of that, right? So if it's so simple and it's so inexpensive to own an online franchise such as Beachbody, like the one I rep, why do so many people fail at it? And this really, truly baffled me for a long time. And I've really narrowed it down to two main things. And it's not just myself. I've been doing this almost 9 years. I'm coming up on 9 years. And I can almost call it, just like I see it whenever, when I talk to somebody new, it's usually one of these two things. The first thing is, we immediately, when you come on board, you think of like 5 people that you're like, that you believe should do this. And maybe they're your meal ticket. They're the reason that you're going to be successful. Like those 5 people, and you're banking on maybe 10. And you're banking on those people signing up. So the biggest reason why people fail is that they go to those 5 or 10 people and they get immediately shut down by maybe 4 of them, or the first person that they bring it up to. And by the way, if you're new at something, do you think that you could really, really explain it well? Most people, we just like vomit on, and I did this too. I'm totally guilty of it. I was like, blah, and I just kind of threw up everything, like right up on people. They were like, this chick is crazy. I don't want to get involved in that. So, you know what? It's okay. Everybody makes mistakes, or, immediately what they'll do is they'll start, that's all they talk about on social media. That's all they talk about. It's because when we're excited about something, we want to talk about it. You know what? We make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes when you do something new. So, of course, maybe your first 1, 2, 3, even 10 people might not jump at the chance to join your business. So that's the first mistake that we make, is that we get really discouraged by the handful of people that we bring this to, and then we stop. We give up. Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times before actually getting the light bulb right. Can you imagine if he stopped after 5 or 10 chances? That's insane. It's insane. I guarantee that you fell walking when you were trying to learn how to walk as a toddler. I guarantee that you fell more than 5 times. So it is crazy to me that people give up so quickly. That's the number one reason. The second reason that that network marketing just doesn't work is lack of belief. Lack of belief. Everybody has it. You're not the only one. I had it too. All I was wanting when I started this was to make an extra $200 a month, because I wanted to not worry about being able to afford food every month. That's what I wanted. I wanted to not stress about food. And so I highly encourage you guys. Something like this can really ultimately change your life. $200 a month. I hit that in, I think, a month, something like that. But lack of belief, and there are ways that you can strengthen that. And I just want to encourage you, dive into personal development, believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in you yet, talk to somebody who believes in you. I will believe in you. I believe in everybody. I believe in second chances. I believe that everybody deserves what I've been able to accomplish. Everyone that I meet, I believe that you have the ability to 100% change your life and your family's life.